Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jason and I'm going to show you my new updated recipe for making my 3-ingredient bread. Just the technique that I use for doing it. Still just 3 ingredients: flour from wheat berries that I grind myself, and water and salt, and that's it. So I'm going to take you through that. It's Tuesday right now, Tuesday evening, about 7:30 in the evening. And I'm going to show you how I do it so I can have a loaf of bread ready for the weekend. And it's going to take a few days, but it's not going to take a lot of time. So it's going to slowly ferment and build a lot of those awesome flavors throughout the next couple of days. So let's get started, and I'll show you how simple it is to do it during the week. Grab my flour mill. And grab my starter. So I'm using the basic, what's called the scrapings method. So there's just a little bit left at the bottom of my starter jar. I made a batch. Saturday was like my last batch, maybe Friday. Last week sometime. So there's just a little bit left here in the bottom. So I'm going to weigh out some. Weigh out some water, 50 grams. Then we'll give this a stir, just to loosen up the scrapings from the side. And just a little bit is all that you need. So I picked this up from a YouTuber called, I think it's Bakes with Jack, so I'll leave a link down in the description. I found this really helpful. Really quick, and you don't really need to maintain a starter. Before last week, it's been about a month since I made some bread, and the starter woke up just fine and made a great loaf, like one of my best loaves. So we got that mixed in. Keep my little measuring container. Wheat berries. Measure out 50 grams. Too much. And we're going to mix this in. Loud noise. Give this a good stir. Make sure everything's moist. And then just put a lid loosely on that, and we'll let that sit overnight. And we'll get back to that in the morning. Hopefully it'll double in size overnight, and we'll have a nice starter ready for the morning. Next, I'm going to do basically like a bulk autolyse. Just basically soak the flour overnight so the bran and the germ gets really soft, and doesn't really cut into the gluten as much as it normally would if you didn't let it soak overnight. So let's get going on that. I'm going to do 450 grams of wheat berries, and then probably like 320 grams of water. I think that's like 70% hydration. So we'll give that a try. And also 9 grams of salt, so 2% of, no, wait, we should do 10 grams because with the starter it's a total of 500 grams of wheat berries. So we're going to do 10 grams of salt, which is 2%. And here I'm measuring 450. This way. Clean up as we go. And here, 320 grams. Then we'll do 10 grams of sea salt. Down with our scale. I'm just going to get my hands wet. Mix this up. And it all comes together really nicely with hardly any mess on on my hands. So I'm using a hard red wheat berry, red winter wheat. And then I'm just going to cover this with saran wrap, and we'll combine the bulk flour with the starter in the morning after the starter has developed a little bit. And it's barely even 10 minutes it took to do that. So again, it's Tuesday, it's about 7:45 in the evening, and we'll come back tomorrow morning and mix these together. All right, it's the next morning. It's about 6:20 a.m. on Wednesday. Our bulk has been not really fermenting, but soaking. And then our starter, focus, is looking really good. Lots of bubbles in there. Now I'm just gonna add that in. Leave a little bit in the bottom for next time. And again, I'm gonna wet my hands and then just squeeze this in. Squeeze the starter into the rest of the dough. And just making sure it's thoroughly mixed. Cover that back up. And then I'll let that ferment while I'm at work. Okay, we are back. It is 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday, so it's been about 12 hours since I mixed in my starter with the rest of my dough. And let's take a look. Got some good fermentation activity in there. Just gonna wet my hands a little bit. I'm gonna scrape this out onto the clean countertop. Give it a few stretch and folds. We start to feel it come together. And give it a few kneads here. Just want to even out any air bubbles. It smells amazing. And then I'm just gonna basically shape it to a nice little log shape. Probably could do some more kneading on this to really build the structure, but don't really want to spend too much time on it. So I got my meal Henri loaf pan lined with parchment paper. Gonna set that in there. Wet the lid. Get that wet to wet the lid to keep the top from drying out too much. I do want a little bit of a skin to form on top, so so I can score it better. So that's gonna be fine. But basically, I'm gonna leave it until tomorrow, Thursday, after I come home from work. and then I will bake it. So for this time, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. And we'll let that have a slow proof, and we'll come back to it in about 20 some hours. Alright, welcome back. It's Thursday, about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I've had the oven preheating to 450 Fahrenheit for about an hour now. So, got a nice little rise out of it. I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. So I'm gonna get some water on the inside of this. I'll go ahead and score it up. Some nice deep scores there. Love that. There's plenty of room to expand. And I'm going to put it in for 30 minutes with the top on, and then 20 minutes without. So we'll see how it looks afterwards. In we go. There we go. Finished loaf. Focus, focus, focus. This is hot. All right. Okay, so it's been an hour. Cooled down a little bit. Got a nice, beautiful little loaf here. I made some sandwiches from it. Yeah, I'll just cut off a piece here, see how it looks. Yeah, I could have done better with the crumb. Taking some time to roll it out, but it's just the midweek loaf, and just to show you how easy it is to do during the week and how little time it takes. I mean, like actual handling of the dough and the bread. But even though it does take, 3 days. I started it on Tuesday and now it's Thursday, so. But super easy, so I hope you give it a try.